Okay, so if you look over here, this top bar right here is usually played by the right hand. And if you look at the notes, right, they're all corresponding with the keyboard itself. The lower the notes get on the bars, the more to the left the notes are. Meaning, the lower the notes are, the lower the sound is. The higher the notes are, the higher the sounds are. So, right here, this is middle C. It's right in the middle of both of these bars. So, to correspond these notes with the keyboard, you have to remember where they are on their specific lines. So, if we were to cover this, and you looked right here, you just have to remember exactly where each note is between each line spacing or whatever line it's on. What helps me is just imagining this dot right here on the letter G. Since this is a letter G, it is also placed on the line G right here. This entire line is G. So any note that is on this line is always going to be G, and it's going to be playing the same note, this note. Sometimes if you forget where a note is, like if you don't know what this note is, you can always come back to the line G and count your way up. The letter that comes after G is A and then B. So you would count like this: G, A, B. But it's always easier to remember. So B will always be the middle line. And then comes C. And then D will always be the second to last line, or the fourth line, which is this one. And then E is obviously right after. And then F is the very top line. And then G is on top of all of the lines. Now if you look below this note G, you go down to F, E, D, and C. Now, let's say if a note is placed randomly on the line, you just need to recall the letter of that line. So everyone knows that this line is D. So this note must be D. Now let's say if it's in between the lines like this, we know that the middle line is B, B, and the fourth line is D, D. So now that we know this line and this line, this is B and this is D, the letter that comes in between is C. So this note must be C.